Okay. Um, okay, so for our lecture that we will be doing, we're going to cover our favorite day for our students. So that means that every student will choose a favorite day that they've had. Um, they will be filling out a template that we will provide. This template could look like this book report. It has a title, author, beginning, middle, and end. It could look like this, describing the characters, describing the settings or the major events in the story, or just the simple structure, beginning, middle, end. When the student chooses this template, they should be able to construct a story proficiently enough, being able to explain how to tell the story. The teacher will need to tell the students how to proficiently describe their story from beginning to middle and end. The teacher should be able to come up with to encourage students to come up with an idea of what their favorite day is and how it would look like. If a student can't come up with their favorite day, we will offer them books such as Our Favorite Day or Our Favorite Day of the Year, and they will be able to participate and fill out the template. They will need the template, their color pencils for drawings, depending on the template they choose, and their own writing pencils.
Yeah, and then the objectives for the lesson and what we want them to learn from it would be the students should be able to structure the story going in sequential order while being able to identify a beginning, middle, and end of a story. The children will also learn to use transition words correctly in order to tie their writing together. And the students will also learn how to develop a storyline using adjectives to describe a character, setting, and themes throughout their story. And then for the social emotional practices that this lesson will give to them would be helping students identify and reflect on their emotions from past experiences, as well as demonstrate their imagination.
Perfect. So for the assessment plan, I said that students will be able to identify and determine if they have met the objectives by completing this worksheet individually. Students will have the opportunity to think back to their favorite day and write about it. However, students need to include the beginning, middle, and end, followed by a clear explanation of each. The assessment will also include details like characters in the story, along with the setting. If students can share the information with the class in order with details, I know that as the teacher assessing them, they have successfully retained the information needed to move on and apply this to future assignments when we're working with literacy in the classroom with second graders. And I said that this lesson plan is developmentally effective for the age group because at this point in time, they'll be pretty familiar with literacy, so they can construct meaning to print, understand and interpret stories for short passages, recognize new words, has basic sight vocabulary, follows written directions, and listens with interest, which they will be um, doing during this lesson plan and modeling. And yeah. An example that we can do for the students to know what to do, so we can have, the template of the beginning, the middle, sorry, and the end. So just in the beginning, we can have, I'm sorry. So like in the beginning, we can have, like my favorite day would be going to the park with my first dog or something. So I would have myself right here. Sorry, terrible picture. So this would be me as a child, at the park, and I would have my first dog right here, you know,
Sorry.
You could- It's better than I would do for sure.
I'm sorry, this is a terrible drawing, but so this would be my first dog, I used to have a Chihuahua, so, we're at the park just playing, and then I would go on and say, the middle would be, we met other dogs at the park, the student would draw that, and yeah, and then just conclude the story, so on and so forth. Yeah. Is that good?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay, let me stop sharing. I'm sorry. Okay.